Hey YouTube, what's going on? Chris here. Want to bring you guys a quick little update. We're probably going to be going through Bitcoin. We're going to look at Litecoin, Ethereum. We'll probably do Ripple, and then let's do. Trying to think of one, maybe Cardano ADA if you guys want to do that one. So, guys, what I wanted to bring to you here today, what I've been looking at, I actually got stopped out of position last night. I was in a short with Bitcoin, and my short was, let me see here, guys. Let's see. It was around that 39.57. I actually had a wick that came up and got me. And then we got pushed back down. So that's going to happen in this game, but you always got to have your stops just in case the market completely moves against you guys, because you got to remember, like when you're longing, the market can only go to zero. In terms of shorting, the market can essentially go to infinity. You know what I mean? Bitcoin could go to $10,000. Anything can happen. The price can keep going up. So that's the importance of using stops. Yeah, I was upset I got stopped out. Then the price went exactly where I thought it was going. It was a big long wick. Got wicked out by maybe, I think it was $1 or $2, something crazy like that. But that's part of trading. That's where you pick yourself up, understand what happened, and know that this market is definitely crazy, especially with all these BART patterns, guys. You're not going to see this type of stuff in normal stock markets where it looks like there's going to be a break right here and then all of a sudden we have a 5% drop. I mean, it's definitely different, and it's going to test your patience. It's going to test everything. But if you're able to trade this market, in my opinion, you're able to trade any market on the face of the earth. And if you guys don't like that, then it is what it is. But that's just my opinion from everything that I've studied, guys. All the books that I've studied, crypto is completely different. Just in terms of these moves, how fast these moves can happen, all the BART patterns, different things like that. You're not going to see those in traditional markets. But that's what makes this so much fun, guys, that you can have such volatile swings, and you can jump to the short end, you can jump to the long end, all that type of stuff. But if you guys could like, subscribe, all that, I appreciate it. It really helps us out, and I will get back to the comments later today, try my best to get to those. But so guys, what we're looking here is Bitcoin. We're looking at it on the 1 hour chart, the things I'm looking for before I go long. Okay, so we'll just talk about going long here. So until we break out of this on the RSI and we have a nice snap breakthrough of this trend line, guys, still in short positions. Okay, well, I'm actually not in a short position right now, but I'm thinking short in terms of the price will continue to go down. So I want to clarify that for you. Right now I'm sitting back with the cash, and I'm just basically waiting for the right opportunity to strike. And you got to be patient, guys, okay? But you can see this beautiful run-up that we had here, guys. We pulled all the way back to the 618. Remember, a lot of people put bids at that 618. That's that golden pocket. And what happened? We bounced off this trend line here, and we made a nice move up, and we actually went to the 236 before dropping back down, and now we've just kind of been consolidating underneath this 382. So I'm looking at that, guys, paying attention to the Fibonacci levels, and then I'm also paying attention to these trend lines. So this trend line here has 1, 2, 3, almost 4 touches here, so that is confirmed powerful trend line there. So if we do break down out of the trend line right here today, I will most likely be taking a short position with that, of course, with a stop again. But anytime those trend line break, guys, to the upside or downside, you're going to have pretty good moves, and you want to be a part of it. Same deal, if it breaks up to the upside today and it breaks this right here, this trend line, you're probably going to have some good power coming out of this. We're going to have to get over top of these 3 right here and the 236 that we're going to be paying attention to, that we got to get up above. If we get above that, then we have this nice little channel to work in where we can run over $200 before we potentially have another top here, or we'll see if we can break through that. But those are the things that I really want you guys to pay attention to. Fibonacci levels, obviously candles, trend line breaks, and let's really pay attention to the RSI too when this breaks. So guys, you can also throw on the RSI if you want to do this. Do this for us here. We're going to put another trend line on the RSI just in case, because you can see this too. We have our 2 touches. There we go. So guys, that's kind of what we're in there. And you can see these lower highs that are taking place, higher lows. So we are going to get a break. It's about being patient for the break. All right. Then I'll get the Fibonacci off there just so you can see where the candles are forming here. And remember, guys, this is on the 1 hour chart. I really like the 1 hour chart, especially for entries. The 1 hour, 4 hour. But when you do this, really start like with the week, day, and work your way back. And guys, just bear with me. I'm still not feeling good, so I'm trying the best I can here for you, but dealing with a lot of stuff. But so you can see these lower highs here, guys. that came in just like that. So we're going to see which way we break today. The moving averages, we had a cross, and they've just been pushing us to the downside here, so really pay attention to those as well. Next thing we're going to look at is Ethereum, and ETH ran really hard, guys, so there's more opportunities to play it than even Bitcoin. So this one I'm going to be keeping my eye on as well. Alright, so let's take a look at this. So guys, always look for those rounded bottoms. Remember that, how we talked about rounded bottoms. Rounded bottoms with volume coming in, always a great thing. You can see that volume came in right there, and that pushed us forward. And what we're having is the higher highs, right? And the lower highs. And guys, remember, always pay attention to those trend line breaks. So take a look at this. We had this nice trend line that was going up through there. We'll put it there. When we broke that, we fell down. And guys, there's good little gains to be made in there. Let's get our price range tool. So say, guys, even you went in when the trend line broke there. Take a look. You got 11% move right there. So say you did a play for $1,000, guys. Think about that. You know, even just $1,000, you're going to make $100, $110 in that range, depending on when you take your profits, different things like that. So there's a lot of potential just from using even trend line breaks. All right, but this is where I would put the trend line now, just so you guys know, and what we're really going to be paying attention to. We're going to see if we come back and bounce off this, or if we're going to break it. Guys, this is the market. This is why it's so scary. Like when you've heard people selling their coins where it seems like almost the absolute bottom, which I know things can get worse, guys, but you also have to realize we were down to $80 on Ethereum, and in the matter of, let's see, so that was the 15th. In 10 days, guys, we went from $80 all the way up to $160. So think about that. Essentially, it doubled itself in 10 days. That's how powerful these markets are, and that's the reason I'm in these markets. Because if you can catch these waves, guys, they can be, for some people who have big capital, it can be life-changing. You know, that's not my case. I'm trying to continue to build up a trading account, but I mean, for guys who can really swing big money around, $10,000, different stuff like that, this can be really big life-changing money. I mean, like that drop we even talked about there, 11% drop, guys. You play a $10,000 position, you're looking at $1,000 profit potentially just on that one play alone. So that's why we're in this market. Yeah, you're going to get stopped out. Yeah, it's going to be frustrating. It's not going to make sense sometimes, but the benefits are there, guys, and that's what I want to tell you. So let's pay attention to this little triangle that we've been forming here. So here's our touch, touch, touch. So we have 3 touches there. We have 2 touches here. And it's either, guys, are we going to break up out of this and test this or this not all-time high, but this high that we recently created, or are we going to break down and test this low here around that 113? So there's a lot of opportunities here. Got to look at it both ways, guys. Same deal with the RSI. Right there. And we'll see if we break out of that or if we're going to drop back down and test this lower RSI at 24. So pay attention to those things, guys. Let's throw on the MACD quick just to take a look at it, and also take a look at these moving averages. So here on the 1 hour, we have support at the 100 moving average, which is in red here at around 130. So there's a potential we could drop down to that 130 as well, guys, and we could potentially find a little bit of support there. Always pay attention to the volume as well, guys. You can see we have some decreasing volume right now, so that means that when this next move comes in, when you see sticks like this or sticks like that, it's either going to be to the upside or to the downside. I promise you it's going to be a fast break when it happens. Okay? And guys, also, I forgot to ask you, I mean, I'm obviously at home healing up and all that type of stuff. What are you guys doing tonight? Are you having any fun? Are you going to any friend's house, playing any cards, or doing anything fun? And if so, please be safe out there, guys. There's so many crazy drivers and all that type of stuff, and I care about you greatly. So just be safe while you're out tonight. Have fun, though. Enjoy yourself. Then, guys, if you want to go beyond that triangle, what I always like to do is back out like we talked about and then look at these different resistance levels where you had these bear flags. So right here is going to be a spot. Obviously, the top there. There's going to be a spot. That's what we're looking at right there, guys. Around in there, and around that $200. And then support, we really want to hold this support around that 111. We'll look for support right there around 104. And these are just little supports, guys, just going down where we had little moves there. And that's what it's going to look like. So you just work these channels, guys. And then what you can also do, like we did before, throw a Fibonacci on and then look at past performances, guys. So say we throw this Fibonacci on, we want to see where these pullbacks were, so the next time we have a major run like this, we can have some idea of maybe where it's going to be. Right there. See, guys, we came close to that 618 before we had another run again. A lot of times 618s will go to that 382, 236, and we actually broke through that 236 a little bit before we got pushed back down. All right? So, guys, remember, 618, that golden pocket, good spot to put bids if you want to go long. A lot of times you'll see that, but I really do like to see that nice rounded bottom, guys. That's a heck of a move that came in there. I mean, doubling in price in 10 days is extraordinary. So, let's go to LTC. Guys, if you could moon up those likes, it really helps us out. I appreciate it. Smash that like button, subscribe, tick the little bell, all that type of stuff, guys. I really appreciate it. And if you want to get those notifications when I come on, and just try to give you the best warnings that I can, guys, because if I'm around the computer and I see a major break coming, like I did with Ethereum and the Bitcoin triangle, all that type of stuff, I want to be able to tell you the best that I can and get to you. So if you hit that notification bell, that'll always help. But so, guys, we'll start fresh here. Same deal. Trend line. Always draw those trend lines to your support, resistance, all that type of stuff. Right there. And at Litecoin, we're sitting at that $30.45 right now. Okay. And let's look at our overhead supports or resistances. So, guys, it's going to be a major one right here. It's going to be really big resistance around that $35 and that bear flag up here. And, guys, always remember on those bear flags, do you see how we fell? Look at the high volume, and then it dried up as we moved sideways, and then we had that another smash of volume, which dropped us down. So pay attention to those things. Really study your bear flags, bull flags, all that type of stuff. And I know traders in this space absolutely love trading the flags. That's a really big deal for a lot of people. So, guys, our support there. And then a really big support is going to be around this 27. So first we would have to break that trend line. Then we would have to break that support that we did find right here. Okay, so that's to the downside. And, guys, if that is broken, then there's pretty decent room to run down to that 22 if we do go that way. Now, if we break up through this right here, that's going to be a lot of resistance around that 35. So we're going to have to see if we break through this, if we double top, or if we break through that top with good volume. If we break through that top with good volume, we're going to go to $41 quick. Whenever you have those real fast falls like that, guys, you're going to have to make them up, and you're going to have a fast move to the upside then. Same with a fast move to the upside, you're going to have a fast move to the downside. Things always work themselves out. Same deal here, guys, kind of that rounded bottom that we had. And then let me show you another thing, just so I can really pound this into your guys' head and how powerful these are. Now take a look at this. Think even if you just played this, guys, that break right there. So let's get our price range tool, same deal. So we broke about right there, went down 15%. Gains to be made, guys. Trend line breaks to the upside, to the downside. Pay attention to them. Pay attention to all your moving averages. We're finding it looks like a little bit of support on some moving averages. Let's see if we get in here tight, guys. Always study your candles as well. I mean, do you see this, guys? Like moves like this here. So we had this powerful move to the upside here. Okay, we started to drop. We formed that doji, came back up on great volume there, that candle. So you would think that we were going to break this, guys, and potentially go up and test the top, and look what happened. Smacked and dropped right back down, 6, 7, 8%. That's this game. That's cryptocurrency. Okay? And for me, I will not long Litecoin until it breaks out of that on the RSI. I want to see that break, guys. Okay? And you can even do smaller little ones too. Trend lines. Throw one right here. Right there. We want to see if that holds. Alright? So you can come in close, guys. You can work all different types of time frames like I like to do. If I'm looking for long-term holds, I'm looking at the weekly chart, the day chart, all that different type of stuff. If I'm trying to get in on a trade, guys, my favorite, personally, I know a lot of people say the 4 hour because you can wait for more confirmation, see some more things. I really like the 1 hour. That's just what I've had some success on, guys. And truthfully, between me and you, I started with a really small account, And even in this bear market here, in a month and a half, with all my surgeries, health problems, all that type of stuff, God's allowed me to be able to almost triple my trading account. And that's just from, being bearish, getting in and out, scalping, all that type of stuff, guys. And I've really been out, and I haven't really got to trade as much as I'd like to, but I'm telling you, there's these opportunities, guys, that we want to take, and we want to build these trading accounts so that we can continue to do that and learn from these things. Because look, truly, guys, let's sit back, and I've hodled coins all the way down to where we're at now. I remember I told you I got in last April, and there's a lot of coins that I got a piece of, and I just said, hey, I'm going to throw it on a hardware wallet or whatever, and we're going to forget about it. But I've hodled coins all the way down to this point, guys. We've all been there. But I also took charge, okay, on my main account, main money, and different things like that. I said, you know what, I'm not going to deal with this anymore. I can see these lower highs and lower lows happening. I'm not going to hodl the main amount of my coins all the way to the ground. And there's a lot of people who are out there for the longest time saying hodl, 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 and we listened to all this advice. And I'm not blaming one person for my own actions, because I should have done even more research about hodling in the past bear markets and all that type of stuff. But guys, when you can see clear downtrends, it's always best to get rid of what you have, and then try to buy them back cheaper if you think there's going to be a little bit of a bounce, and then you can continue to multiply coins, and you can free roll coins. So I'm sorry, I just want to get that out, guys, because we've all seen huge run-ups, and then we just thought there was going to be a correction, a 15% correction. Then it turned into this bear market, which I would have known now that a 20% correction or more, you're in that bear market, and we're going to start going down. So there's a lot to learn in this space, guys. There's a lot of fake outs in this space, but I'm here for you. I'm going to help you the best that I can. So next one we want to go to, let's go to Ripple quick. This is a good one to trade a lot of times, guys. I personally am not one that I want to collect a ton of it for the long term. I think it could be good, but just me personally, it's not one of my favorite coins. So I apologize to anyone who loves XRP, but it's great to trade. There's a lot of volatility moving all around, different types of stuff like that. So I do like it in terms of that, guys. All right, so let's check out this overall move here. Let's throw a fib on it first, just kind of see what we did. Alright, so we actually went down through the 618, guys, but still, once we got down through that, it looked like we put in a little hammer candle on volume, and we made a little run up to that 382. Remember, we talked about the 682 to the 618 to the 382. That happens a lot, guys. We found a lot of rejection right there. We also have this over here, which was acting as resistance. And now, guys, we're going to want to try to find support here on the 618 around 34 cents. That's going to be a big deal for XRP in terms of going long. We want to find support there. Now, another thing I want you guys to pay attention to, say we do break down through this 618 in this little spot right here, the next where I would probably be looking at getting in, guys, truthfully, it probably won't be down until about 28 cents. I would look for support down over here, because there's a lot right here, guys. I know there's some little support areas over in here, maybe this wick, but I don't like to buy stuff off a wick. I kind of feel like they're not as reliable as the actual closes, and that's just my opinion. So I feel like they can kind of pump fake you and do all that type of stuff. So keep that in mind. Let's see here, guys. Let's take a look at the RSI. Same deal with the RSI. You can even see from this top that we had here, guys. We could pull that and kind of just wait to see if we come up, bounce off this, or if we're going to continue to go down. I mean, everything, guys, is dependent on Bitcoin, and that's why it's a lot of times I just like to trade Bitcoin, because you don't really have to worry about the pairing or anything like that. You can just kind of play Bitcoin for what it is. All right. See all those rejections, guys? Wick, 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 all that. That was kind of telling us we were going to get pushed back down most likely. So another thing, throw a trend line right on there. Let's wait and see, guys. See if we're going to come up and hit that. So say we come up and hit this, guys, and it's not on a ton of volume. It doesn't look like we're going to break out. That could be a potential spot for a short as well. Because if you hit right here and then we fall down there, there's a lot of potential in terms of gains. Maybe 34 cents would be a spot you'd want to look at to maybe take half your profits. Then we'd want to look down around this area when that run started around 33. Then we'd be down around, let's see, around that 32, 33, right in that range. But yeah, guys, Ripple's one that, I mean, it really can run hard and run really, really fast. Take a look at this. We'll throw a price meter on this just to see what type of gains are possible if you're able to catch it. So here was the start of the run, guys. We went up to right there. 63%. Look at that run. And are we going to keep it, guys, or are we going to let it go all the way back down? We're going to have to see if it will go back down to that 28. So keep that in mind. Remember, have a plan, trade your plan. And then let's do ADA. Cardano. It's just nice to see some of the altcoins getting moving again, guys. I know there could be another leg down. Do not get me wrong, but it's just nice to see some type of run. I'm just looking here for a second, guys. This is one I haven't looked at hardly at all. Alright. So let's take a look at this. So guys, that's going to be major resistance there. Bear flag. And right there, just so we don't get too crowded, and then we'll put our lower support here around 2 cents. Okay, so right now we're at 4 cents for Cardano. And, you know, are we going to come up, or are we going to have a double top right here, guys? That's a potential. Or if we don't have a double top there, we're going to have to break that on solid volume. Get above those moving average. That's going to be a big deal for us. Fibonacci, we'll see if we're above that 236 of the major move here, guys. So we'll take from about right there. Okay. So you can see it there. Alright, guys, so we went up to the 382 before getting rejected. We wicked through it, we hit that support, and then we pulled back down through the 236 around that 0.39 cents. Had a lower high that's been set. So we've had higher lows, lower highs. So it's just those almost like symmetrical triangle patterns, guys. You see a lot of rising wedge patterns, all that type of stuff that we want to pay attention to. But here's your pattern. This is what I would really pay attention to, especially if you're trading. Just like we've done here, guys. So there's our trend line. That's what I'm going to be watching right there. A break to the upside or to the downside. Then we got to look at all those supports, all the resistances, moving averages, guys. There's just so much involved. But you see these big long wicks right there? That's the market hunting for liquidation, essentially. Stopping people out. And it's part of the game. You have to set your stop losses, guys. I'm going to continue to pound that in your head, because the biggest losses that I've had, even in that account that I was telling you about, the biggest losses I've had is when I say, okay, the direction is down or the direction's up. I'm not going to put a stop loss in because I don't want to get wicked out. I don't want to lose, 2 or 3%. Then all of a sudden, guys, excuse me, you wake up and you're down 10% or 15% because the market moves so fast on you. And that's why in this market, guys, get stopped out, get stopped out, get stopped out, and then make a big trade. And I promise you, overall, you're going to continuously be winning. But you got to set your stop losses. It's really, really important. If you're going to be in a trade, make sure you set it. So that's what I want to bring to you guys today. ADA here is down 4.67%. So we'll just keep an eye on these things, guys. And like I said, I want you to have a wonderful night tonight. Please be safe. Let's see. Just want to take one quick look here, guys. Yeah, so we're finding a little bit of support off that 100-day. Right there. We'll see if that stays as support. We've bounced off it a few times, guys, and I'm down to 7% on my computer, so I'll get the heck off of here. But just wanted to tell you I love y'all. I'll get back to comments as soon as I can. Life's obviously been very crazy for me and all that, but I'm healing up. God is good. We're going to do great in this market together, guys, and I want to help you the best way that I can. Give me those thumbs up, those likes, all that. God bless you all.